Question 213. What is the sexiest language?
Oh. What? Yeah.
Definitely Russian. I mean, who doesn't like that anger?
So it's the glottrals that get you, is it?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. They say that German is the only language in which "I love you" sounds like a threat.
It's like that old video about how German sounds compared to other languages, if anyone's seen that.
Yep.
Well,
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if I know the one.
Well, it's just like they're going through words and then how it would sound in German. Like, for example, ambulance. There we go. Yeah, an English word. Ambulance.
Yeah.
Yeah, ambulance. 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 Krankenwagen!
See, my answer to this would be weird because I find accents more sexy than languages.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay, I understand where you're coming from.
Right.
Yeah,
Nerdy
so-
says Python. I think he's outright wrong. Although Hans
What
says
did Nerdy
Haskell.
say?
Python.
Oh, languages.
Oh, well, if you want to talk that way, how about assembly language?
Assembly's sexy. But there's so many different types of assembly. That's the problem.
Yeah, indeed there are. And I don't even think I would know how to program an assembler anymore. It's been so long since I've done it.
Well, I mean, if you could program 8086, you can program the modern ones. There's only extensions to the language, so it's not that much more complicated.
That's the thing. I don't know protected mode programming.
Yeah.
So
The bigger problem than protected mode, honestly, is all the freaking Windows calls if you want to write a modern program. So nobody would write an assembler now. You'd write. I mean, even operating systems are written in high-level languages like C.
Oh, absolutely, yes. The Linux kernel is written almost entirely in C.
Yeah, so no one writes an assembler anymore.
Let's get back to languages. The point.
Yeah.
Godless Granny says French because you can French, but you can't Russian.
This is what I'm thinking about here.
Yandira says, I love German accents. So I quite like people that say...
You like it. Okay, so we can speak that way. If I can do this correctly now.
I quite like the ever so camp German.
From what was this TV show?
Which one?
I'm thinking
narrow it down, narrow it down.
Yeah, thank you. Hagen's Heroes, yes.
I know nothing. It's really difficult. I will say one thing, that I do not find French all that sexy.
No.
Yeah, I'm with you, Diana. I like a Scottish accent. Scottish accent is absolutely adorable.
Trainbeck said Scottish.
One of my
Sorry?
professors.
Trainbeck said Scottish.
One of my professors from years ago grew up in Edinburgh, and God, he had the loveliest Scottish accent.
It's adorable.
But what can I tell you? But yeah, the French, I cannot speak French because I don't have a mouthful of stuff that doesn't belong there.
What are you suggesting they have in their mouth?
A super long baguette.
Nerdy says that some Irish, the soft Irish, I really like.
Yeah.
Okay. Then.
Well, it's a similar sound to this Scottish, so that's actually quite nice as well.
Yeah, it's the Gaelic part of the world.
Yeah, it's the Gaelic.
I was actually born just north of Edinburgh, but I've lived on the south coast for whole life. I do not have a Scottish accent, so
I actually don't mind yours, Jeff. Yours is quite nice too.
The problem with Jeff's accent, right, is when he's got a normal tone, it's perfectly fine. But as soon as he raises his voice or gets ever so slightly agitated by something, it takes me back to hooligans. It takes me back to listening to in the 80s. I don't know why, because can't think of anything that happened down there with that accent. I mean, I'm assuming there was something.
And
well,
then
your state just sounds posh.
Which is obviously
down the road
isn't.
in Portsmouth. I might tend to disagree, but
as far as accents are concerned, I do have this thing for Vermont transplanted to California via Washington State, but you know.
Oh my God. Kate's not even here and you're hitting on her.
All right.
You could just cut that one, Dave.
I know.
And call it Diana on Kate.
Yeah, put it in the highlight reel.
Right. We need answers now. So I'm going to go with Bill.
Capisci italiano?
Italian. Very nice.
Italiano, sì, italiano. Ti voglio scappare.
Snoopoo.
Français? Parlez-vous français? Je parle un petit peu français.
No. Now you're showing off.
Bisschen Deutsch. Ist nicht so gut.
Yes.
I actually tried to learn French years ago, and my German came back. Yeah, that was really interesting. I took a night class, and the high school German teacher I had was sort of caretaking the entire night class arrangement at the high school that I used to attend. So Neil and I would sit around and talk before the class started. We were talking about that, and it was interesting. We figured how interesting it was that the brain area usages with first and second language acquisition. No matter what extra languages you learn, there seems to be the one brain system that's involved, whereas there's an entirely different, well, not entirely different, but somewhat different brain area involved with first language acquisition. But
the brain is more of a blank slate. Snoopoo, what's yours?
To be honest,
Your favourite language?
My favourite language.
Or your sexiest language?
Sexy. Well, I had to go sexy. It's probably Spanish. That sort of.
Yeah, that's
See,
sexy.
I'm not keen on Spanish as a sexy language.
See, I don't know. I think I've just read too many romance novels where they're all Spanish and they've got that deep, sexy voice.
You see, I quite like English with the Spanish accent. Again.
Yes. Yeah. Again, it's the accent. Yeah.
It's the accent, yeah.
Yep.
That's the thing. It's the accents you find sexy, not so much the language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nerdy says if he's really drunk, some Southern Klingon can be quite hot.
I would have to be amazingly drunk to find Klingon sexy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So Nerdy's favourite date is a Klingon opera, is it?
there you are.
It's got to be better than non-opera.
If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.